I want to talk about a podcast Brett Hall just published. I thought it was a really good episode. Shout out to Brett Hall. And that was his reaction to some discussion that was going on somewhere else. And it doesn't matter the details. I'll link to Brett Hall's podcast. The gist of the podcast is that what he's saying is that the fear of AI, that somehow we build an intelligence that could have a different morality than we humans have, and therefore that could be a bad outcome. That's a non-starter, because morality or progress in morality is a base for intelligence, or progress in intelligence is predicated on progress in morality. And I think I strongly agree with that. This is very Popperian, and this of course also calls for a conversation of okay, what is morality then? So if progress in intelligence is predicated on progress in morality, so what is morality? What is intelligence? And we don't want to Wittgenstein ourselves here into oblivion. So we don't want to talk about the definitions here too long. But I still think it's useful to at least kind of draw the contours of what's going on here and make the main point. And the main point is that there is no way that you can have a higher intelligence that is not also based on higher morality. And we've seen that actually in history. We've seen, let's say, the Nazi regime or Imperial Japan or Soviet Union or France under Louis XIV. They were very powerful, and they had a lot of power and arguably intelligence, but their morality was not developed, and therefore they collapsed. And the one system that develops morality in tandem with intelligence is the United States-based capitalism that started 250 years ago with the US Revolution, and that system has survived until today. And the reason it has survived is because morality drives intelligence. Intelligence drives morality. Now, intelligence is the computational part of solving problems, and morality is the ability to listen to other opinions and error correct your own conjectures towards better solutions for problems. That's roughly how I would describe what morality is. So morality is nothing to do with, I don't know, equity or sharing your wealth or any of that stuff. That is exactly not what morality is. Morality is simply the respect for the other individual, and the ability of the I person, of you, to listen to the other individual and incorporate their ideas and error correct your own conjectures. There's a lot of Popperian epistemology embedded here. For example, critical thinking, which is the same thing. It means the ability to critically question your own assumptions, your own conjectures, and improve. There's also an end to this, so critical thinking doesn't go on forever. And most importantly, what this gives us is a base towards how to develop AI, which is actually, instead of obsessing about the technological skills that AI has, we should be obsessing a lot more about the moral skills that AI has, because with the right morality, AI will develop automatically into an intelligent species. And that's roughly kind of what Musk thinks, Elon Musk, when he talks about Grok, because he wants Grok to be a truth-finding exercise. He wants Grok to be a maximum truth-finding intelligence. And that is based on the morality of also observing other people's ideas, observing other people's conjectures, and most importantly, on error correction. I think Musk runs his companies like that. Musk runs Grok like that. And I think this is the future of AI. So in that sense, I would say the conclusion of this episode is that in order to safeguard our AI of the future and our humanity also, what we need to focus on is to develop the morality that will drive the intelligence. And or in other words, intelligence is predicated on morality. You can't have one without the other. We've seen this, like I said, in regimes, and we've like even today, let's say wokeism, democrat socialism in the United States is predicated on the lack of morality. It's predicated on on moral high grounds, on the liberal paradox, which is this self-loathing moral high ground that people are on, self-destructive. That's not morality that will survive. The morality that will survive, again, is the kind of morality that focuses on taking the other person's conjecture into account and error correct your own conjectures. Thank you.